I think that if someone has their house on the market and they don't do a virtual tour, they're pretty crazy. Because everybody is so connected to their devices, they're expecting it. I talk about virtual tours to everybody, buyers, homeowners, lawyers, mortgage professionals, other agents. I'm known as the 3D virtual tour guy.
What's your opinion? Why do people need videos and professional photos? Why is that important when you come to sell a house?
That's a fair question. I think in today's market, because everybody is so connected to their devices, they're expecting it. And I think if a buyer is out looking at a house and they say, we want to buy, let's say, a house in Marine Park between this price, and they're on Zillow or StreetEasy, and 10 houses come up. The buyers are not going to look at all 10 houses online. They're going to look at the ones that have the best picture. They're looking for information.
Right.
I think that if someone has their house on the market and they don't do a virtual tour, they're pretty crazy. Forget the pandemic, just getting eyeballs on the house and getting bodies through the door. Not everybody has time to go look at every house. So if a buyer's looking for, let's say, a house in Marine Park and there's 10 of them on the market, if they look at 8 virtual tours, they're gonna say, we don't like these 6, but we like these 2. They're gonna buy one of them. And they walk into the house, it's like they've been there already. There's like a sense of familiarity, which is really good.
So having those marketing tools like professional photos, 3D virtual tours, right now is more important after pandemics, right? Since
Absolutely.
People now be able to go in person a lot of.
Well, it's a double-edged sword. The seller, assuming that they live here, they don't want a lot of people in the house. And at the same time, the buyers don't want to go into 25 houses. So I think that the virtual tour serves those two purposes. It'll help keep people out of the house. We don't want to keep people out of the house, but we don't need to have 35 buyers walk through a house. It's not 1986. It's a different market. Today, you may only have 2, 3, or 4 buyers walk in the house. But guaranteed, those 3 or 4 buyers saw the virtual tour, looked at it 20 times, and now they want to come and look at it. So I think that buyer can't be any more motivated. They got off their backside, they drove all the way here, they wanted to see this house, but they've been here before. They've seen it, now they want to see it with their eyes. And I think it helps close sales.
Normally, how long it takes to do a virtual tour for 1,500 square feet houses like
Anywhere
this?
between 1 and 2 hours. A house like
hours.
this that doesn't have a lot of rooms, it has open floor plan, it's easier to scan. Sometimes a home this size has walls and walls and you're going in and out of rooms, so it does take longer to scan. This house also, the homeowner was prepared to shoot properly. So I didn't have to come here and have to clean everything up, because when we come to the property, we want to make sure it looks its best. So now, as we're shooting the virtual tour, the product is creating a floor plan. And if you want to check to see what we looked at, this is what we just shot. And the buyer can look through back and forth. In the finished product, they can tap, tap, tap and move through the virtual tour. And then a finished product will look one of these. This is another one of the virtual tours we shot for our team. This is one of my brokers, one of my clients. So now a buyer could really look through without visiting this house. So 2 things could happen. The buyer could say, you know what, this is not really for me. Thank you very much. We'd like to look at other houses. So then we just save the agent and the homeowner a lot of time. But the other side of the coin is that the buyers are going to say, I really like this. I want to come and see the house. So now when they walk in here, it's like psychologically, they've been here before. They know what's behind this wall. They know that the kitchen is an open floor plan. They know that the dining room is here. The buyers really like this. This happens to be one of the nicest houses I've shot recently. Not every house looks like this. Some houses are really challenging. They may be cluttered or in very bad condition. This house happens to be really, really nice. But we'll always make your house look nice anyway.
That's beautiful. It's like you are walking through the house. In
And
person.
even better, watch this. Let's go upstairs. They go straight upstairs. What happens is after we scan, the product creates a 3D dollhouse, just like a child's dollhouse. So the buyer could really visualize space and where everything is, and then they can enter the house anywhere they want and walk through.
It feels like it's important to investors too, right? For the people who flip houses, remodel their house, have those 3D tours, have those professional photos, professional videos. You really bring up the value of the house. What do you think?
I think that that's 100% true. I think that if an investor is holding an empty house with crappy pictures and no floor plans and no marketing, they're paying money every month holding an empty house. Now you got a broker that's going to spend big money to stage the house, to video, to take better pictures, to take better video, to do virtual tours. And now if that house sells 3 months earlier, the seller is saving tens of thousands of dollars in their carrying costs. Because every month an investor holds a property, it usually costs between 1% and 3% of the value. So if an investor is holding a $700,000 house, it's probably costing them $7,000 or $10,000 a month just to hold it empty, because they have to pay the servicing on their loans and loss of income on the money that they took out of the bank, having their money in the street, so to say, same thing.
You're also a broker, huh?
I've been a real estate broker for 36 years. I started in 35 years. I started in 1986 when the Mets won the World Series. And I think that the broker that walks around with his cell phone taking pictures is not doing himself a favor, doing himself a favor. I think that the buyers are expecting to see professional marketing. And especially in today's market, that buyer could be someone that's going to be selling a house. So they're looking at a listing that the broker's taking cell phone pictures and they're all crooked and dark and nothing is fixed up. And they're like, well, I don't want to list my house with that broker because look what he's doing here. And conversely, the same way, the buyer may not like the house, but they're like, wow, they love the virtual tour, they love the pictures, they love the quality of everything. So let's call that broker to sell our house. So you're crazy not to do it if you're a broker. See, I believe that 3D virtual tours are the most important thing that I, as an agent, can do to help a seller get their house sold fast, at the best price possible, and most importantly, with the least amount of inconvenience. When we take a listing, we do a complete marketing package, which includes a Matterport 3D virtual tour, professional high-res photography. We make 2D and 3D floor plans, and we create a single property website with youraddress.com.
So when did you start the business?
Virtual tours, I started in February 2016. And between myself and my wife Lynn and all the people at our previous company, we were shooting a lot of virtual tours, and now turned into a full-fledged business.
So do you do all 5 boroughs in New York?
3D Views is shooting all over New York City, Long Island, Westchester, Jersey.
So commercial real estate need a virtual tour marketing as well, right? Do you do commercial?
Virtual tours
That's
are
right.
not only for residential real estate.
Right.
Art galleries, restaurants, any kind of retail store that has a web presence. A buyer could go onto the web and look at, let's say, use an art gallery, for example. They could walk through the art gallery, and if they like this painting, they could click it, and a window opens up with the information on the painting and how to buy it. So if we shoot an art gallery, they may have 500 pieces of art for sale, but every one of them are for sale. So we tag each item, and each item is directed to the purchase page of their website. Art galleries love virtual tours. Currently, a lot of commercial work in Manhattan. You have office buildings that are empty, and they may have a full floor of an office building that has 25,000 square feet, 60 offices, empty. So we're shooting them, and now the brokers or the owner of the space are breaking them down and marketing them in segments, because maybe not everybody needs 25,000 square feet. Maybe there's 2 companies that need 12,000 square feet each. So the virtual tours have been very helpful. We've also been shooting schools. schools that have enrollment goals.
What about school?
Well, private
what do you
schools,
do?
for example, let's say a school is relying upon having open houses to get new people in. In COVID, you really can't have an open house the same way. So we're doing virtual tours, and I have a video partner and everything. We go into the school. We not only shoot the virtual tour, but we shoot 10, 15, or 20 videos in the school. We shoot interviews with the administrators, the principals, the teachers, students, parents, and these videos are put through the school. So if your student is into art and you went to look at a private school's virtual tour online, you may want to hear from the art people, the art department, or students from the art department. So our virtual tours provide that.